Bob's pretty much always funny. Okay, so let's jump across the screen to Morven. Morven, what does oh, don't do it again. Don't say Francis. Uh, what does Florence think of the supernatural?
Florence doesn't really believe in the supernatural. She doesn't really believe in any of it. She thinks that there's a lot of con artists out there, and that there's a lot of hokum, and that we don't really need this religion lark. That what we need is evidence and science, and that's what she believes in. She believes in what is proven and what is fact.
Okay, super. Dakara, what does Ruby think of the supernatural?
Ruby fears the supernatural. I don't think that it's something that she enjoys. Bit skittish, just at the thought of them, and yeah, definitely not channeling her inner Buffy for a lot of the times. Buffy was
Very good.
around then, right?
Oh, Buffy's always been around. That might have been 2020s.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, and Ellie, in your best Loveday, what do you think of the supernatural?
Well, I can't say I 100% believe in ghosts, but I did go to a seance one and it was terribly good fun. And I'm not convinced there wasn't something talking to us. So I sort of feel about ghosts, I would say, the way I feel about God, in that I'm not certain there's something out there, but it's probably best not to rule it out, just in case, you know?
Okay, super. And Saorla, what does Valentine think of the supernatural? What do you feel about all this mumbo jumbo?
As Valentine or as
Ah, go
myself?
ahead, it's Valentine.
As Valentine. Oh, the supernatural. I mean, what does it matter? I mean, there are terrible things that happen without the supernatural anyway. People often do things that you can't explain. So I don't know why I'm so interested in the ghosts and the spooky things. But there have been things in my life that I cannot quite explain through to the seance. So I don't really know, but I felt the interest in it all.
Okay, super. Good stuff. So, with that done, and all of us nicely in the mood, we're gonna jump to removal of masks. Okay, so welcome everyone to Removal of Masks. We're playing through the epic campaign Masks of Nyarlathotep, published by Chaosium. This is our second session, and the investigators are currently recovering from their bonding in the last session. Things escalated quickly. Love to see you all back. A quick reminder that I'm legally obligated to give. Any interaction would be greatly appreciated. Hit like, share, or subscribe, or drop us a comment to let us know how we're doing. Now, I can't wait to see how our fabulous players are feeling after the sudden action of last week. We're in a cold corridor. It's night outside. I can still hear the wind howling outside this building. Snow is starting to plaster up against the window. This police officer, this detective, is standing there. He's looking quite exhausted. Gives his head a little shake and steps away from the door he's just exited. Takes a few steps down the corridor and opens another door. Steps into a viewing room. So, what do you make of all this? I can't get the measure of him at all. There's something wrong. They're hiding something. Um, the the cops down there in Peru ain't playing ball. Telegram after telegram, nothing but the push off. Um, Something definitely went on down there, but they don't want to talk. The cops don't want to give us anything. I feel like I'm barking up the wrong tree. Woman turns around in a very, very nice pinstripe dress suit. She gives me a cold look. In a soft New England accent, she growls quietly. Barking up the wrong tree. I think this is all a red herring. I think you need to stop. Get back and focus on something that's not going to ruin your career. Just drop this. I'm not having anything to do with it. I'm out. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Okay, right, well, I'm gonna go have another crack at them. You, look after yourself. You look after yourself too. If you need us, give us a call. But, unless you've got something concrete, do not try to come against any of your fellow officers. Yeah. What do you think I am? Some rookie? I'm not a boot. Go on. Talk to you next time. And he turns, walks out the door. The woman turns back to the window, looks in, stares at the person sitting at the table on the other side of the glass. She too gently massages the sides of her nose. Lets out a deep sigh. Walks out the room. Nighttime in Lima, Peru as well. Our adventurers, investigators, explorers, call them what you will, are all wrapped up, recovering in bed from the day, all somewhat frazzled. There was some talk of recapping, catching up, trying to work out what to do next. But somehow nobody had the heart for it. And after a quick bite and a couple of drinks, they all drifted off to bed. Nobody's getting a good night's sleep though. Tossing and turning. Mihal pops awake once or twice through the night. The odd creak from upstairs or rattle from the corridor. Just making him twitchy. But there's no strange South American vampire climbing in his window. Goes back to sleep. Determined not to let the supernatural win this time. In the morning, various moods and temperaments. It's now Sunday morning. You rise at whatever time works for each of you, but you are going to meet up downstairs for breakfast. So I'll let you guys tell me, maybe starting with Bob. So Mihal, who probably got the least sleep. Does Mihal get up early and do anything productive on his Sunday morning? Does he feel a sudden burning desire to go to church, or does he just take his time and go straight down to breakfast?
Well, Mihal has a burning desire to go to the Hotel España with a gun, but he's going to wait for the others so he can try to figure out what the fuck was going on yesterday.
Okay. So you kind of mosey your way down at the agreed upon time to catch up and debrief over breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how about Florence? Is Florence rising early and trying to get anything done, or is she also similarly just cruising down in time for breakfast?
Florence is... I think she's lying awake looking at the ceiling for quite a while, thinking about the previous day's events and what to do in this current predicament and how any of us should deal with it. Again, picking up her little bag with her trusty gun inside, because we've got to have protection these days, and walking downstairs to join the others for breakfast.
Okay. And Loveday, same question. Down on time, cruising in for breakfast, or do we have anything burning to accomplish?
I think in the spirit of hedging her bets, Loveday did rise at the crack of dawn and go to church just to pray a while, just in case it helps. There's no sense not trying it if it would help. So she's probably rushing into breakfast a little bit late, having attended the first service of the day.
Okay, very good. And Valentine, did you get up early for any purpose, or similarly going down just in time?
I also got up early in the morning, but I did not go to church. I went for a walk around Lima to get a sense of the people and the town, but also to clear my head after yesterday evening.
Okay, and so you probably make it in good time to breakfast, but you're obviously already in motion, and you come in full of purpose, not just edging down from getting ready.
Oh, oui, bien sûr.
Okay, and Ruby, how was Ruby's morning? Did she wake on time? Did she wake late? Did she did she have something that she wanted to get done, or is she just in time?
Well, Ruby didn't sleep too well following the events of the shooting and whatnot. So if you can say sleep, we'll go with that. But she's up very, very early and straight down for breakfast to get her morning coffee to try and give her that fix that she needs, that caffeine wake up. And praying that Loveday will meet her there soon enough as well, so that, yeah, she's got protection. She can hide behind Loveday as long as she can.
So Ruby hasn't seen Loveday kind of in that kind of mode before. Was she surprised, or?
She was quite impressed. And I think it's brought them closer together.
Oh, great stuff. Very good, very good. Okay, so we'll open up with a bit of breakfast in a moment. Geez, I want to say Loveday. Ellie, any chance you could just switch to push to talk for me? There's a bit of fan noise, I think, from your laptop. Brilliant, sorry. Okay, so yes, breakfast time. As you say, various people coming in different times, getting yourself ready, getting organized for breakfast, etc. But as you sort of are picking up the various bits and pieces, getting your teas, getting your coffees, things like that, getting settled at the table, we'll say everyone kind of arrives about the same time, so you're not trickling in. Maybe Loveday comes in a minute or two later than the others, looking just a little flustered, but not hot and bothered in any way. She's just a healthy glow from being out in the morning sun. And I'll let you guys pick up from there, and let's see how the conversation goes.
Well, I'm not getting teas and coffees, lads. I have questions.
Shoot, let's say your first one.
My first one is, why didn't this Luis Mendoza fella have the cop on to change his name if he's a 400-year-old vampire? Do you know, he gets cursed 400 years ago, and here he is with the same name, rocking around, trying to, I presume, get us all to go back and help him, you know, get back to this pyramid.
If that is him, he could have been taking the name from someone else.
Could be two vampires with the same name, like.
Do you believe this is actually a vampire? Like...
Well, I didn't see it, but you guys seem quite bothered by the events, so
It was most definitely real.
He could have been on the drugs. The effect, hissing, spitting, and all that. No?
I shan't even dignify that with a response. And even if we were on the drugs, I just look at Ruby and sort of just shake my head to check that we weren't. No, definitely not.
No, not you, but that he was on the drugs, so it make him seem crazy.
Well, if there's a drug that can make your mouth sort of turn into all teeth and
he did have
things.
the proper teeth, didn't he? The proper teeth.
Yes, very much so.
Could just have teeth.
Well, it's sort of difficult to explain, isn't it? But it's. I don't typically go for these things, but shall we? Is it worth confronting Larkin on all this? Because this is rather not what we signed up for. Do you think he has explanations?
Well, I tell you, I reckon I'm worried about Larkin. Do you know, he didn't look too well. I reckon this fella's probably feeding off him or something.
That's
I didn't
a
even
valid.
think about that.
I hadn't considered that. So would he have more information? Would he know? Would he believe us?
He knows more than he's saying. Also, here's a
I
worrying
agree with
thought.
that.
According to De Figuero's document, there was 4 of these fellas. So Mendoza mightn't be the only one knocking around.
But there's a horde of them.
So, if they find out that we killed one of them, even if they're not actually monsters, if there's multiple people, that's...
Well, Florence, like apparently this fella was shot in the head once before. Whatever Loveday did, I reckon he's probably fine. Where'd you hit him, Loveday?
I believe I hit him in the shoulder, but he was running awfully fast for a man who'd been shot. I really don't think it had done much, and it's a good gun, so it's not a problem with the tool at all.
Sometimes people can keep running even if you've fatally wounded them. It's not uncommon.
How do you know?
I've heard these things.
Well, that's a lot to extrapolate just from theory, my dear. Are you sure?
You lot seem to have bought the fact that this is an undead vampire from 400 years ago, but you've a problem with him being shot. I mean,
let's cycle back to that.
Who is?
That you thought just that you could tell about wounds just from a textbook.
Ah,
You're a
good.
student.
Everyone's already here for breakfast. Jesse strolls up to the table. Jackson Elias, but we're sticking with the Jesse pseudonym, right? He strolls up to the table. Ah, good. You're all here for breakfast already. Good. That means nobody needs to be rustled out of bed. Any plans for the day?
We're thinking we better go up and check on Larkin in the Hotel Europa or España.
Oh. He drags over a chair and perches down at the corner of your table. Your 5-seat table. He's kind of just gets himself a spot and starts moving some cutlery and place setting stuff over for himself. I don't know how good an idea that is, but if that's what you think you need to do, and he gives a quick glance to Loveday and Ruby. Have we discussed any more the subject we avoided so adroitly last night? Are we still sticking to some kind of actual vampire tried to climb in the window?
It was a vampire. We saw it with our own eyes. Isn't that right, Loveday?
It is, and I don't like the implication that everyone's trying to say that we didn't see a vampire. We definitely saw a vampire. I don't know how else you would explain it. I've never met a man who could just make his mouth sort of turn into all teeth. It was terrible.
Well, I mean, his teeth aren't that bad. He doesn't have the best dental hygiene, but he's open the mouth really wide, lots of teeth. I can see how that could be a bit of a shock. No, again, I don't. I'm not casting any kind of aspersions on your honesty. I just think you may have been in a little bit of shock. What with the panic around the fire, surprise of seeing someone climbing in the window, maybe a little retroactive guilt for having shot the man. I've seen lots of stuff like that.
Loveday doesn't need to feel guilt about anything. He was just protecting us.
I'm not easily given to panic, sir, and I certainly didn't panic yesterday.
I understand. I got you. I will. Look, I'm not. I write about this kind of stuff in theory, not in actual practice. I'm not a true believer. But I'm not going to gainsay someone who's so determined in what they saw. There are stranger things in this world, I suppose. But confronting Larkin, if you really want to do that, far be it from me to stop you. Obviously, I'll trust you all not to blow my cover, and I'll stay far away from the conversation if that's okay. Even after yesterday, I still want to know what's going on and see if we can get to the bottom of this death cult. If you kick over a hornet's nest and find the queen, I'll be delighted. And if you kick over a hornet's nest, get stung, and we need to find other people for the expedition, I'm afraid I'll be just as happy to continue on with others.
What do you think we should
Well, charmed, I'm sure.
I'm just being pragmatic, miss. For me, I would say we just put under a hat what we know and plod on. Obviously, if D. Mendoza turns up with a bullet wound in his arm or shoulder and has any kind of Barney with Miss Loveday, that's a different topic. We obviously have to do what needs to be done.
So, sorry, you're suggesting that we head off up to Lake Titicaca and hunt for this pyramid on our own?
Put ourselves in more danger than we already have.
I suppose we could do that. No, I was suggesting we meet Larkin Monday morning and progress as if nothing's happened. Armed with more information and more knowledge. I apologize. The Peruvian sun is blazing right through the window. I'll just move a little back from the table if that's okay.
Well, that's not suspicious at all now that we're dealing with vampires.
Here's
the thing.
But it was broad daylight.
Larkin. Look, himself and Mendoza are buddies, right? There's no reason to think that Larkin doesn't know exactly what happened.
I'm with you.
Maybe
Did I not hear Michal, you saying as I walked up something about maybe Mendoza was feeding on Larkin?
Well, there's something going on. I mean, he didn't look well, and we saw that body Trinidad down in the cellar. Looked like she'd had the blood sucked out of her body. We have an account here of a fella with the same name attacking his friend like a leech. I reckon, something's going on with Larkin. He doesn't look happy.
Maybe he is a vampire too.
Well, is Larkin victim or perpetrator?
Well, like I say, if you folk want to get into that with him and try and find out, I'll make myself scarce. Maybe go do some more reading. Maybe I'll get a Bram Stoker book in the library. I think the vampire business being daytime and everything. But again, I'm a pragmatist, not a skeptic. So if it'll put a really interesting slant on my book if this death cult turns out to be a cult of ravenous creatures that suck fat or blood or whatever it is. But I do want to know. So can we say, as long as you folks are still down for the expedition, I'm into support you in whatever way I can. We just exchange notes and make sure we don't leave anybody in the dark. Yeah.
I say we confront Larkin. Do we take it to a vote?
Oh, I'm all for it. I think that's the way to go.
Does anyone have another idea?
We could lure him out of his room and search the room while he's not there. You know, for the evidence.
Look for more information before we leave.
Oui.
Isn't that a bit sneaky? Bit sly, maybe?
Is that a problem?
I mean,
I mean,
really
not
for
necessarily
you
a-
there, Valentine.
I need a fresh cup of tea. And Jesse gets up and moves over to the other side of the room, starts fiddling around with the teapot and some water, and obviously distancing himself from any conversation about breaking into Larkin's room.
Well, Valentine, you seem comfortable with it. Would you be up for it?
I would be up for it. Gather more information before
I mean,
confronting.
I'm curious as to know what's going on, but yes, I wouldn't want to put us in any extra danger, but just sneaking into someone's room.
I don't see how it would be dangerous unless Mendoza is there.
Good luck.
But you lure him out too, and
Well, after confronting a vampire, no one's doing anything on their own. I think that's a smart plan.
all right. So, you would
Well,
like to?
I want to talk to Larkin.
Okay.
I'm not good at sneaking around.
I'd like to be with you, I think, one-eyed Mick.
Sorry, only my friends call me that. but it's all right. You can come.
Are we not friends?
We're not
Talking
We've been
friends.
together for 2 days.
This is
We
a
put
bit
out a fire
awkward.
together and we're not friends.
To everything we've
terrible.
been together.
Look, we're working on it,
That's
right? I have a
terrible.
lot of very good friends.
All right. Who would like to go with these two friends?
But we can distract. We can help with the distraction, and
Yeah,
you
we
guys
keep
can.
downstairs or something.
Yeah.
Maybe take them out of the building into the sunlight.
Well, it's good to check. You should
Yeah.
No,
check.
honestly, the whole vampire thing is like a European thing. It's the Carrie Siri thing. Is what we were talking about here, probably. I bet you Jackson knows a bit about that.
Oh, don't call him back over. He's being insufferable about the vampire thing.
He just needs more tea.
Something soothing.
He's glancing over his shoulder, kind of looking to see if you guys have left the breakfast table yet, and obviously stalling to give himself time to not have to sit down with you.
Well, I'm going to call over. I'm going to go, "Hey, Jackson, Jesse, is the Carrie Siri? Can the Carrie Siri be out? in
He
daylight or
shuffles
not?"
over quickly. Enough with the you know who talk.
My mistake.
Karasiri, there's nothing to say they can't go out in daytime. Yeah, I
Grand.
suppose I did jump on this vampire word very liberally, didn't I? We are talking about a Karisiri. Yes, they are supposed to be somehow vampiric in the sense of a vampire bat or Stoker's mythical creatures in that they attach on and suck something out of your body. But seems to me that's and pale skinned. But seems to me, beside that, that's where the similarities end. Um, these could be some kind of residual inspiration for stories like that, or they may be similar in Europe. There's lots of weird legends like this throughout the world, but yeah, no, the can't go out in daytime, things like that. I've heard no similar rumors. There's a lady up near Puno, a lady who I talked to. She's the one that put me on to de Mendoza, perhaps being a Karisiri. Her name is Neira. She'd be able to tell you more if we when we go through Puno. He emphasizes again that this is his assumption that this is going ahead. I may take some time to dig through the notes, unless you folks want to take them with you. The notes that we got.
Trinidad's notes, is it?
Yes. Gaspar de Figueroa, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I must admit I'm not really one for research, so if you truly don't mind staying and sort of picking out some highlights for us to visit later, that might be rather useful.
I'll definitely dig in a bit further, see if I can bring up any class references, or maybe go to the library, go back to the university, dig around a bit. Obviously, if I go back to the university, and I'll say this with the fullest urging of you to take on the same. I will be keeping a low profile, considering the local politia were called.
Can I make a request, Jesse?
Of course, Mick.
If you're going to be researching your man's papers, will you keep an eye out for the names Pedro de Valesco, Hernando Ruiz, and Diego Corrido? Because those are the three other fellas mentioned. And if Mendoza's still around, if you come across any reference to those fellas popping up anywhere,
I'll definitely take a look.
But that said, honest to God, Jesse, I can't think of much of a reason for me to go on this expedition. I'm not sure I'm going to be here in a couple of days' time.
Seems very dangerous.
No offense to any of you, but unless Larkin can come up now with something good, some reason for us to be going with them.
Well, you go ahead and talk to him, and I'll hit the books. And he settles himself over his heavily loaded plate and makes clear that he's now going to dig into his breakfast.
Right, shall we head out?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys going to jump a tram or walk across to the hotel? I don't think I've shared a map of Lima yet. I don't think we really need it, but I'll throw one up for you anyway, just in case it's useful. There's a country map of Lima. Country map of Peru. In Roll20, it's just popped up on screen, and it kind of shows the rough area of where the different things are in Lima in an inset. Number 3 is the Hotel España, and number 4 is the Hotel Maori. So you're only 2 or 3 blocks away. So probably just jumping on and jumping off a tram is your best way of getting across those couple of blocks, unless you want to walk through the heat and humidity.
I've been out in it once already this morning, and I'm definitely in favour of the tram. My hair's already suffering.
I would recommend the tram.
Okay.
Tram it is.
Cool. You hop on the tram, throw a few pesos into the conductor's basket, and a couple of blocks later, you hop off again, thinking you generally getting off in the right area for the Hotel España. Do you want to ask around, ask anybody, or are you just gonna see if you can make your way down the right street to the address?
I think I am so instinctively in search of authority. I'm already turning towards a policeman to ask for directions, and someone's probably going to have to stop me.
Ah, señorita, can I help you?
Yes, we're looking for the Hotel España, I believe. Please, if you could point me in the
Cass
right
and I
direction.
around the five of you with a slightly quizzical. Oh, this is an interesting group of queer people. Just the beat cop taking notice, being observant, that kind of thing. Hotel España, sí. ¿Habla español?
I'm
No.
so sorry. What was that?
Do you speak Spanish? No, it's okay. Straight down to the end of the street. It's the you can see the what you call the cuprinola, the awning outside the hotel. You can see it at the end of the street there ahead.
Oh, yes, I see. Marvellous. Thank you so much.
Perfecto, no problem. Have a fine day and a lovely stay in Lima.
Yes, thank you. Hasta la vista. And off I go.
Sí, sí. Oh. And he turns and strolls away. Okay. So you
Maybe
make
if
your
we're in
way.
trouble with the law, you don't want to do that.
Oh, but policemen are there to help.
Maybe not in this occasion, darling. Maybe not.
Do you know, I hadn't thought of that. How exciting to be in trouble with the law. That's never happened to me before.
Oh, mon Dieu.
Yes, let's keep going, dear. Let's keep going.
And sorry. Let me just compose myself. Okay, so you guys stroll on down the street toward the awning you can see at the end on the crossing street. As you go, Mihal, it does strike you a little that you did vaguely mention among yourselves that someone will be doing some distracting and someone will be going up to the room, but
Yeah, we need to know
that hadn't
Valentine
really
is there.
crystallized yet, and you realize you're rapidly approaching the hotel.
Yeah, so like Valentine, do you want to go on your own, like, or is someone going with you? Like, we don't want to cramp your style, but
If you don't mind, I say I go with you. I think if we're encountering danger, we shouldn't. No one person should go off on their own. That seems rather dangerous.
Oh, I agree. It would be good to have a look around, a person in the door who looks around. How you
look
say?
around, yeah.
Yes, I mean,
around.
I may have a look myself. I'm all right at. But
But
yes,
then we
the
won't
two
know
of
if there's
us go
someone coming to
together.
the door. Like, how would that work?
Well, we could both have a look. Two pairs of
You
eyes are
want
better
to
than one, dear.
you want to tag in?
Yes. Tag in. Yes. We can both have a bit of a look and have a look out.
Oh, we.
If the three of you would be happy to provide a distraction, or if anyone else wanted to come with us.
I don't say this, but I had been considering going to look around the room, and after hearing this exchange, I'm like, nope, I'm going with the distraction party.
Okay.
Okay, so you rock up to the door of the hotel. It's quite nice. It's not the same kind of plush accommodations you guys have, but there is a nice kind of oldie world feel. Awning over an old creaky wood doors, and the hallway has that nice kind of herringbone tile. Um, Pretty old and well worn. You see the kind of worn pathway from the door up to the reception desk. The reception desk is like an oak, solid oak. Again, you can see the wear of people for decades leaning their arm on the desk or writing their names in the book, etc. Everything just looks a little older, a little more worn. Behind the counter, there is an older lady. Those of you who have good memories will recall Larkin mentioning this lady, but I'm not sure anyone remembers what he said about her. But she's a small, thin woman with a heavily lined face, wispy white hair. She has a black shawl on, and it's got like tassels around the edging, and she has a light scarf over her head, appropriate for the kind of temperature, but not epically fashionable, shall we say. Could have been stylish a few decades ago. And she looks up as you walk in. Buenas tardes. See?
You guys are meant to be distracting. Go distract.
Loveday.
Hello. Habla English, please.
See, you speak English. I speak English a little. You will have to speak up, though. My husband, he was the one who was good at English. So yes, tell
Marvellous.
me English.
Could she hear us if we were to back off and have a brief confab? Would that be something she could overhear?
You're not sure how hard of hearing exactly she is. Depends how far you move away. It is one of those bigger
She
kind
doesn't
of
speak feckin' English. We can say whatever we like.
entryways, bit echoey.
It's just occurred to me that we have no plan for this distraction whatsoever, and I'm starting to panic slightly, but we mustn't show it. So I'm going to just turn very sort of as subtly
Sorry,
as I can.
did you say that to the others, or was that above the table?
No, so I'm just thinking this. So I'm going to turn
Okay.
slightly to Mick and Ruby and just sort of say, do we ask for Larkin, do you think?
Excuse me?
Go on, yeah, go on. Ask for Larkin.
Senor Larkin.
Oh, good. You can hear. Fantastic. That's wonderful news. Yes, Larkin,
Yes,
please.
I hear. I say you speak up. I hear.
Perfect. We'd like to see Mr. Larkin, please. We believe he's staying with you. We're members of his party.
You are with Senor Larkin? You have a party.
Yes, we're a party, and I'm making these motions behind my back to Florence and Valentine. We're a party with Mr. Larkin. We are going to go and find a pyramid. Yes.
See, I am Petronilla Cupitina. I am the owner, the proprietor. There's no party here.
No. Okay, so what is happening here? And I'm still doing this behind my back to try and get them to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are the party of Mr. Larkin, and now a party can mean a fun celebration, as you're thinking. Quite correct, your English is really fantastic. But a party can also mean a group of people banding together on a common purpose. So we are Mr. Larkin's party. We are his group.
We are friends of Mr. Larkin. Friends.
Sorry, that was you, Valentine.
We.
Okay. She turns and notices you and Florence for the first time.
I should have gone.
Oh, you have more friends. See, no,
Yes, they're in the party too.
but
It's wonderful.
explaining is there is no party today.
Okay,
Look,
do you know what?
I'm not sure you
circle back.
understand.
Let's come back to the beginning. We're
Yes,
friends
you come
with
back
Mr.
later.
Larkin.
You come back later. See.
No, hang
Sorry,
on
could
1
you
second.
point me towards the bathroom? Sorry. We've been travelling quite a long way. Would you be able to point me towards the bathroom? Do you have a public
For public,
toilet?
no.
Do we see?
No, for the guests
no,
only.
for guests only.
You see.
We are
Maybe
guests
we all
in
get a
way.
drink?
Florence, do you want to give me a some kind of interpersonal skill check there? Maybe a charm, particularly, or
Yep.
I will call for charm in this case because that little O of disappointment. Let's see if she cares about that.
That's just clicking on charm, right?
Yes, please. And just shout out what the numbers are and whether you pass or fail. Save me. So you got 33 out of 65.
33 out of 60.
So it is a success. Nice. It's okay. You go. He's there. And she points
Thank you ever so
literally
much.
just in the corridor, right in her line of sight. There's a door to the bathroom.
Right in the line of her sight. Okay.
Yep.
I just need to circle back to the party, and I'm going to try and shift my way slowly up the counter in the opposite direction.
It's no party. There's no party.
No, we're not trying to hold a party. We're trying to see Mr. Larkin. We are his friends. We are
No,
in a
you
group
cannot
with him.
hold. You cannot hold a party. There is no party. You cannot hold it. You cannot stop it. It is not happening. Florence, do you go into the bathroom or do you try and slip by and continue down the corridor?
I'm going to see if I can continue to slip by.
You will need to roll a stealth check, please.
Oh, sorry. I think I did that twice.
So that's what we call pushing a roll, which you just did accidentally. Pushing a roll is great, but it's also very dangerous. If you make a roll and fail, right, when I tell you, okay, you don't succeed, before I tell you the outcome, you can choose to say, I'm going to push it. Okay? I'm going to push it basically means I'm taking a risk. I'm going to change how I'm doing things a little bit. You then explain to me how you're changing what you're doing. So you say, well, I was kind of just walking toward the door and I was going to just dart on quickly down the corridor. But now I realize that if I just dart on quickly down the corridor, she's going to be able to see me for quite a while. So actually what I'll do is I'll act like I'm going into the bathroom, and when she's not looking, I'll dash over to the other side of the corridor. But you basically explain what you're going to do slightly differently.
Okay.
You roll a second time. And if you succeed, that's great. But if you fail, something bad happens. Now, it's not like a fumble.
Okay.
It's not like something catastrophic. But it's a much worse result than just failing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So what we'll say there is you were going to go do it. You made your roll. You failed. You've given me a wonderful explanation of how you're going to push it. And I am very impressed with how you've pushed it. You make your roll, and luckily you pass. Okay?
Okay.
So yes, you just toddle off down the corridor while Loveday is playing up the English tourist bit. Okay.
I am going to go outside for a cigarette.
No cigarettes in here. See, outside. I do not like the smell. The tobacco is for chewing. So, do you mind? Maybe you go circle back, as you say, when Senor Larkin is up. I will. You want me give him message?
Oh, he's still asleep in his room, is he? He's still asleep in his room, is he?
Senorita, that's please. He is upstairs, asleep in his room. Maybe asleep. He has not been down today.
Ah, yes, but he is still in his room. If anyone is interested.
Are we saying that I
Please,
heard that?
it's too much. You could give me a listen check, Florence. Lots of dice rolling going on here. Don't forget to tick your stealth, by the way, to show that it's been used. Succeeded.
Oh, and charm as well, wouldn't that be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's listen. Oh no.
So, how did that go?
31 versus 30 failure.
So, do you want to push that? I don't see how you could tell me how you do something different to be listening. Or you could spend a point of luck. And that would change your 31 into a 30.
Let's use one point of luck.
Okay, so deduct 1 point from your luck, and we will say that was a success. So yes, echoing down the corridor, you hear the ringing, not quite shrill tones of Loveday. In his room, he's in his room. And meanwhile, at the counter, this lady, she's getting increasingly irritated. Listen, it's not funny. You give me respect. My English not so good. My husband, he spoke English, but this is my hotel. This is not good. I am very not happy. She picks up her walking stick and starts shaking it kind of in the air. She's speaking. He would never have accepted this. You would be out on the street. I call the police. If you do not go now, or I call my son. I call my son, Fortunato. He is policeman. He will come. He will.
We're
Now
leaving.
you're all in jail. Yeah, you keep up this. You shout at me some more.
Come on,
I
Loveday,
really
go,
am.
Loveday.
I'm terribly sorry, and I'm just going to try and slide some money across the counter and say I'm so sorry. Do you know, I'm so sorry. If you could just pass the message to Larkin,
What
we'd
is
love
this?
to see him.
What is this?
We're going.
Throws it at you.
We've
Get
angered
out of
her.
my
It's
hotel!
angered
She
her.
comes. She starts coming around the counter with her stick up in the air. Get out of my hotel!
We all shuffle out.
Okay. She's coming now with pace. Like you're gonna need to book it a bit. She's coming after Loveday.
Let's go.
She seems to be kind of enraged. Meanwhile, outside Valentine, you've gone out for a cigarette. Have you kind of popped around the corner to see if there's a fire escape or something,
Oh,
or are
oui.
you? Yeah, cool.
Exactement, oui.
Cool. Figured that was the case. So out we go around the corner, and as you turn the corner, you hear shouts from the door of the hotel, and possibly even some squeals from Loveday as she's chased out
mon
with a
Dieu.
walking stick.
And also audibly me saying, God, I
Distraction.
hate old people so much.
Oh, the ageism continues. Okay. So give me a luck check, Valentine, please. Oh. So how did that go?
Ooh, success.
In fact, it's a hard success, I think, right?
Oui.
30 under 70. So because it's a hard success, not only have you picked the right side of the hotel to go around, and so yes, the fire escape is here, but the ladder is also down. It's one of those kind of old school, clackety old lower down ladder. Seems like the ladder doesn't latch up properly, so
Perfect. Oui.
fabulous. Are we going up quickly, or are you going to take your time and just cross the one rung at a time?
It seems stable
Difference
enough.
between making a climb check or taking your time is just you won't need to roll any dice.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe I take my time. It's hot out.
You start climbing. You're not hugely enthused about this fire escape.
Mm.
Rattling and shifting and juddering as you go up each rung, slowly and steadily. So it's not like gonna jerk off or anything, but yeah, definitely it's not exactly stable. You keep going.
Keep going.
Okay, super. So you cautiously climb up the fire escape. Meanwhile, out front, Loveday, Ruby, Mihal, you've been chased out, kind of chased pretty much across the street. Um, do you make tracks, or are you gonna try and hang around and just find somewhere to be out of her way for a few minutes and come back?
Lads, I'm not sure why we would be hanging around here. Valentine's obviously gone. You know, Florence has gone up. She's going to find him. I just want to talk to him. We'll see him tomorrow anyway. And the cops are. If we push this any further, the cops are going to come. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go see where Valentine when she's gone back to the hotel or something.
Well, I'd like to hang around, to be honest. I don't want to leave Valentine up there, and I'm not sure where Florence is right now, so I'll probably just hide out somewhere and try and keep an eye on things in case they need us.
Okay, there's a little cafe on the street that you came down originally, where you could kind of see the front door of the hotel. You
Perfect.
could park yourself in there, sit in a window seat or something.
Coffee it is.
Okay. Loveday, you gonna go in with Ruby, or you gonna try and convince Mihal to stick around with you, or are you gonna go ahead with Mihal?
I'm going to stay with Ruby on point of principle more than anything else. I don't let old people chase me away from anywhere. But I will turn to Mick and say, are you sure you won't stay? I mean, what are you going to do back at the hotel, really? I suppose you could go talk to Jessie and get some useful information for us. But, I mean, we could sit, have coffees. We are in Lima, and we might need your help. You know, Valentine screens,
look,
Florence
Jesse's not a
screens,
very
we'll need
useful
you.
man at the moment. But I'd love to stay with you, but can we tone down the Cosmopolitans just for the afternoon until this all settles?
Of course,
Okay.
of course. I'm going to turn to the
Thank
waiter
you, I
and go,
appreciate it.
3 espresso martinis, please. Thank you.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Two. Those.
And thus for you, sir.
Coffee. Cafe.
Ah.
Por favor.
Sí, café con leche, sí.
Sin leche, gracias.
Oh,
Not one of us speaks fucking Spanish.
not for a want of the GM giving little nudges occasionally and going, anyone else taking any languages? Anybody gonna take Spanish?
Well, I do speak excellent Latin, but it's not come in very handy
I
yet.
don't think
I'm
you
sure
should
it
be in
will one
charge
day.
of talking to the hotel owners anymore, Loveday. I'm sorry, you're lovely, but that was amazing. Can we make a plan the next time, like?
Okay. Meanwhile, upstairs, Florence, you've gone up the stairs to the. So you are on the second floor, and you're looking around. You don't have a room number. There are 6 rooms up here.
Well, I guess I listen to hear if I can hear anyone in there, and if I can't think of anything, that I pick a door and I knock.
Okay, super. So you give me a listen check as you kind of stroll along the corridor, having a little listen, seeing if you can hear conversations or anything like that.
87 versus 30, so that's a failure.
No, these walls must be
Can't.
remarkably thick.
Remarkably thick, I can't hear anything. Yes, I think I'll. It's 1 and 6. Those are decent odds.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think I'll pick a door and I'll knock.
Arbitrarily pick a door.
Yeah.
Give me a hard success on a luck check, please, to get the right door first go.
Oh, I don't know. Do I have to do something after because I took
Nope.
the point off?
Oh wait, so
Oh,
you've
that's
done
has that
yes, so
worked?
it's down to
Oh,
44. Yeah, it's worked perfectly.
okay. That's. I
Okay,
didn't know if I had.
so
Yeah. Okay.
26 versus 40. So that is a success, but it's not a hard success. Okay, so you knock on a door, and there
hmm
is an answer. Yes.
A
A
terribly,
burly man with a
terribly.
kind of thick mustache opens the door. He's in a kind of white vest, and he has bracers kind of hanging off his shoulders. What can I do for you?
Oh,
Thick
terribly
German
sorry.
accent.
Oh, I'm incredibly sorry, but I appear to have knocked on the wrong room. I was looking for my friend Larkin. Uh, do you know if there's a man called Larkin on this floor?
English?
Sorry, English.
No, he's Englishman.
Oh, is it the man in English?
Yeah.
Um, well, no, he's got a bit of an accent. I do believe, um, he's uh, he a bit from Kenya perhaps, or that part of the world.
Oh, uh, with dark skin.
That.
No one staying here with dark skin like that. No.
Oh well, no, it's sort of a maybe a Kenyan accent, but he's a bit of a white chap, but a bit of a
Oh, I
Kenyan accent.
don't.
Or
Uh,
you haven't heard anyone?
I have not heard any Kenya. I don't know what Kenyan accent.
Ah,
Uh,
well,
there is English at the end of corridor, last door on the left.
at end of corridor. Oh, thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate it. I'll
Yeah,
get out of
welcome.
your way.
Ka-chunk.
Thank you. So I'm going to go towards the door that he
Okay.
referenced.
Okay. Super. So you go down and you do you knock or are you just going to open the door?
I'm going to knock.
Okay. There's no answer.
I'm going to knock louder because I know that he's in.
Okay. Still no answer.
I'm going to very slowly open the door.
Okay. So you go try the door handle.
Gonna try the door handle if I
It
can.
is locked.
It is locked. Um, I'm going to attempt to pick the lock.
Okay. Do you have lockpick tools with you? We would assume yes, right?
We would assume yes, I think so.
Okay. Super. Give me a locksmith check, please.
16 versus 31, success.
Ah, lovely. Takes you 20 seconds or so. It's pretty straightforward lock. No problem. Click.
And then I'm going to push the door open very slowly, making as little noise as possible.
It doesn't creak. Just
Doesn't creak.
smoothly swings open as you push it.
Open.
And Valentine, as Florence sneaks into Larkin's room or someone's room who might be Larkin's.
Oh gosh, I should. I didn't think of that.
You come up the fire escape and give me a luck check, please.
Oh,
How did that
failure.
go for you?
Failure.
Fail, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like high 90s or anything?
86.
No, it's okay. So you are about 2/3 of the way to the second story. So you've got to the top of the ladder. You kind of got onto this little rickety platform, and then you got onto the first set of steps to go up, and the whole thing jacks and starts to come away from the wall.
Oh, no.
Would you like to try and grab
Oh,
onto anything? There's a really big, solid-looking metal drain
yeah.
pipe. You
Oui,
you could grab on.
I will grab onto that.
Okay. Would you like to try and grab onto it and hold the fire escape to the wall and not let it fall off, or would you like to just swing yourself onto the drain pipe and cling there?
Would I be able to climb up the drain pipe?
You probably, well, it depends how your climb skill is, but maybe.
Oh, maybe I should try and hold the fire escape to the wall.
Okay. In that case, you grab a hold. Give me a strength check, please. I would like a hard success.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
if you fail, you can push your luck, or you can, you can push the roll, or you can, so describe to me how you do something differently as you start to feel your hand slipping, or you can spend some luck points to get that down to a success. But how far did you fail by? What did you get?
86 versus 60.
That would be 26 points of luck. That's a lot of luck to
Oh,
burn. Do you want to push the roll and see if you can just grit your teeth and hold on?
I will push. Do I have to explain?
Or you can also say, look, I'm happy to take the fail, and that's it, I fail. It's totally up to you.
Sorry, what happens if I push again?
If you push and you fail, something bad will happen.
Oh no.
But if you push and you succeed, it's all okay.
Uh,
Remember now, a fail on a check does not always mean something horrible bad is going to happen. A fail on a check sometimes just means it's not really what you wanted to happen, but you're okay.
mm-hmm.
But definitely failing a push is risky.
Mm. Oh,
The dice have not been on your side.
it hasn't not been on my side. No. Maybe I'll just take the failure.
Okay. So you grab a hold of this drain pipe and your fingers slide and you kind of the whole thing pulls away from the wall and settles into kind of an equilibrium. And as you look at it, you can kind of see the bolts that are into the wall holding this fire escape up. There's about 4 or 5 inches of play where it looks like they jerk out every time someone's going up and down, and they stop. Now, someday that's going to come loose, but today's not the day. It just stops at the edge on the last bit of the bolt.
Oh, dear. Okay. Can I keep climbing, or I have to go back
Yeah,
down?
go for it.
Okay,
You want to
I'll
go
keep
quick,
climbing.
or you want to just finish cautiously?
I would,
Now, it's not climbing either. This is just the last few steps.
I will go cautiously up the last few steps.
Okay.
Ready to jump and hold on to something if I have to.
Okay. So you come up to a large window, an end of corridor window. It is closed, and as you look in, you see a very well dressed figure enter one of the bedrooms at the other end of the corridor from you.
Oh, where is she going? Oh no. Why are you going into the room? He's in there. Oh, this is terrible.
So are you going to try and open the window, or
I am going to try to open the window quickly.
okay? You can give me a locksmith check. It's not going to be particularly hard, so even close is sufficient on this.
Locksmiths.
That said, if you don't have locksmith, you might want to choose a different approach. But I'm assuming you have locksmith.
Oh, I do. I'm just on the wrong
Yeah, go on.
tab
That's okay.
on this. Oh my god.
Locksmith. Oh, here we go. Oh, not again.
Oh, okay. Yes, you have locksmith the same way everyone the same way Guy Winter has locksmith. Okay, great. So 73 versus 1. You can always succeed. Yeah, no, you kind of start poking away and you've got like maybe a hairpin or something and you're kind of sliding it into the gap between the window and the other window and you're trying to push the latch aside and you're kind of not really getting anywhere. Meanwhile, down in the cafe, you guys see that police officer that you stopped and were talking to earlier. And he kind of walks with a brisk step toward the hotel España. As you sip on your coffee martinis.
I would love to see Loveday chat with the cops, so I'm all up for this, like, you know.
Loveday, this is all you. You've got this. I believe in you.
Just wondering, do we let him go or do we go on the offensive? It's a very difficult decision.
If things get weird, just talk louder.
Suddenly, Loveday, you were totally comfortable earlier talking to the policeman, but now someone has mentioned that there might be trouble with the law. I don't know. Loveday may be having a little crisis of confidence here. This may not be exactly the moment for Loveday.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm paralysed. I've never been in trouble with anybody before. Everybody loves me. I don't understand. I don't know how to cope with the situation. What if he hates me?
Should we leave him? Should we just let him go and we avoid?
Well, Florence is still in there. I mean, Valentine presumably is off, having a cigarette somewhere far away. But like, Florence is in trouble if he's hanging around in the lobby.
Well, how about knowing that we can create quite a scene?
Oh,
he's approaching the door.
I'm going to shout, "Stop! Stop, thief!" I'm going to start running up the street. Fuck it.
So you dash out of the coffee shop shouting, "Stop, thief!"
I mean, we said there was going to be a distraction. I think it's about time.
And you run the other direction. Okay. Do you have any kind of perform skills or fast talk or anything like that you could use to?
All right, let's see what we got here.
Be convincing.
Probably not. I think I just made a tit myself. Right, performance, intimidate, jump, fast talk. No, I don't think so.
Nah, so you just holler, "Stop, thief!" and run down the street.
Any easy to shout and run, I mean.
Yeah. So the police officer's head snaps around, and he kind of looks puzzled for a second, as if this doesn't seem right.
Can I shout, "Polizia, Polizia"?
But then he just starts thundering down the street after you.
Great. So I'll be like, come on. And I'll just
now, fabulously, unexpectedly, we're in a chase. That I had not planned for us to be in a chase scene.
But I don't want to get away. That's
4
the thing.
sessions yet. Chase
It's
rules
a
are
chase.
very cool and interesting. Yeah, you want to stay just the right distance ahead of him.
It's got to be the right distance.
Okay.
But only, I'll let him catch me soon.
Okay. What is Mihal's movement?
Movement, is that a skill?
It is on the second tab, I believe, on your character sheets.
Uno momento, por favor. The second tab. So, under combat.
Don't take my word for that immediately. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you where it is now.
Let's see, movement.
Is it movement rate it falls under?
Yes, movement rate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's under the combat tab.
I've got
Yeah.
I've just got a dash for some reason. I've got a blanket dash.
That's interesting. Movement rate is automatically calculated.
Not
on
where I
these
come
wonderful sheets. Come on, Roll20. What are we doing? Give me 1 moment then. Let us use the Call of Cthulhu book because it is fabulous and that will definitely be easier.
Oh, that's me rolling things, is it? Sorry. I didn't know what I was
That's okay.
doing there. I was clicking on things. Let me just check if there's anything else here I can click on.
I
while
could
we're
swear we checked everyone's movement rate when we created the characters. Movement rate is okay. Oh, okay. It's a calculation. So, is your strength less than your size?
Yes.
Okay. Is your dex less than your size?
Yes.
Oh, Michal's a bit of a big lumbering lad. You have movement of 7.
7. Okay.
Okay.
I can't write that down anymore. I'll try to remember it.
If you hit the edit switch up at the top right corner of the
Oh,
sheet,
there you go.
should be able to type movement rate.
Oh, sorry. When I went...
No. 8 is a default. That's not
yeah,
correct. It's
gotcha.
great.
Okay.
Okay, so just put 7 in there.
Yep.
Okay, and this guy, he is big. He is big. He may be even bigger than Michal. But he is also strong. So let me just roll, because I wasn't expecting to have to use any of these attributes.
Can I also ask a mechanics question while we're doing this? Is there an
Yeah, go for it while we're doing it.
Is there like an aid mechanism? So there, as Mihal sort of did the initial, stop thief, could Ruby or Loveday have hopped up and sort of helped to improve
Yes.
the roll?
In fact, it could have been more convincing if one of you screamed out, "Stop thief," as he ran away. But him shouting, "Stop thief," and waving his arm and calling for the police and running away it's projecting I'm chasing someone, but he's not chasing someone very believably. He's just running down the street saying, "Stop thief." So yes, theoretically, there's lots of ways to help each other. Sometimes you both roll the check, and whoever does the best, you take the result. Sometimes you just give someone advantage on bonus dice on their roll by saying, "I help," and okay, you're pretty good at this as well, so so and so gets a bonus dice. So there's a few ways to help. So feel free always say, "Oh, can I help with that?" And then try not to make the above the table conflab about how you'll help. Take out of the moment, but yeah. Okay, so he is actually not as strong as he is big, and he's definitely not as dexterous as he is big. So he is also move 7. Okay. So basically, both of you get the same number of actions, move actions every round. So both of you are effectively always going to be at an equilibrium in terms of running away and chasing. Okay. So he is going to not be able to gain on you. Okay. Unless he does something like shout for help or shoot you in the leg or etc. Okay.
Well, that
But you're
wouldn't be-
also not going to be able to outrun him unless you like throw people in his way or create an obstacle or etc. etc. But if you run out of road and you hit an obstacle and you have to get over it or get past it, he could catch you up before you get past it. That's how chases work.
I just want to keep it moving until I think
Yeah.
of something.
So you just keep running down the street, trying to make sure you're aiming for the clear street and somewhere easy to get through and not. Okay, cool. And he's going to keep chasing you. Okay. So right. Loveday, Ruby, you're a little bit taken aback by this. Michal just leapt to his feet, dashed out the door, and started shouting, "Stop thief!" and running away, making gestures. Do you guys want to do anything, or do you just go? Well, we'd better stay here and keep watch.
Do we just keep drinking the espresso martinis, like
Yeah.
unaware of what's going
I
on? Start downing him.
I can see it. You two of you just glancing at each other, taking another sip. Okay.
Did that just
Um,
happen?
Call for another round.
Very good.
More over here, please.
Okay, and back to Florence. Florence, you walk into a chaotic and unpleasant scene. There are suitcases spilling soiled clothing across the floor, personal effects covering almost every surface. The air in the room reeks of stale sweat and sickness, mixed with a strange aroma. Give me a spot hidden check, please.
Ah. So 94
Okay.
versus
It's a
55.
strange aroma. You're not really sure what it is. The bed is empty. The sheets are kind of pulled off and lying beside the bed on the floor. They are soaked with oily perspiration. There's a small stoppered glass bottle of liquid on the nightstand along with a syringe. There is a label on the bottle, but it says heroina, so I'm not sure if you speak Spanish or you could
Yeah.
possibly
I think I can
infer what that could
infer
mean.
Ooh.
through being clever what that means. Um,
Do you want to make a medicine check if you have medicine?
failure. 58 versus 30.
Okay. It looks like a significant quantity of heroin, but you're not sure how much is a lot or. Um, and as you kind of move into the room, I'm gonna throw you onto a new scene, and just you for now. Pop. Off the side of the bed, between the bed and the front wall, there's a figure resting against the wall. The sun beating down through the window on his um, sweat-soaked body. Um, it's Larkin. He's lying against the wall. His white linen jacket is open. He doesn't have a. She seems to have pulled off the shirt at some stage, but then put the jacket back on again. Um, he's his torso is partially exposed, and you see at the top of a tattoo showing between through the front of his shirt, so his jacket, and he's just laying there completely stupefied, or well, he's not moving, so maybe more than stupefaction, but he's definitely not conscious anyway. You do
Um,
see the image I'm referring to, right?
yes, I can see.
Yeah, cool.
If he's definitely not conscious, maybe I attempt very quietly to walk closer and see if I can get a better look at the tattoo.
Okay. You you see kind of vaguely circular shape, um, like a strip of something passing between the lapels of his jacket, and then a larger circular, more solid shape beneath. But again, it's mostly obscured. You're just kind of seeing the edges of it. And we're gonna jump to Valentine. Valentine.
Just
Valentine.
hanging.
You're standing there on this platform, kind of going. I hope this isn't the moment this fire escape decides to go, and you're kind of holding on to the window, looking in. Florence has gone into the room and she's not coming out immediately, so she's
She's
not
going
like
to
running
die.
away or anything. What would you like to do? You gonna try and force the window, or
I will try and force the window open. It's an old window. It should give away.
yeah, yeah. So, but you want to force it without breaking the glass or
Mm.
anything. You just want to pop the latch.
Wait.
Okay. Give me a strength, please.
Oh, success.
Oh, very good. Just a regular success.
Regular.
Yes. Part of the inside of the window frame tears away. There's quite a loud kind of rending, cracking noise as the wood fractures and breaks apart, and the window kind of slams up.
Oh.
But yes, no problem. If
Oh.
brute force doesn't work, you're not using enough.
That is true. I will climb in the window away from this death ladder quickly.
Okay, good stuff. So you quickly climb in.
And I'm going to check on Florence without entering the room. I will creep around the door. She may be dead already, I don't know.
Okay,
Such faith! Such faith!
so you creep down the corridor and you peer around the door. Okay, inside the room, Florence, you are looking at Larkin. He's not moving. You can't really see if he's breathing or not. Do you want to give a first aid to check and see if he's alive or conscious? Or...
Extreme success. 2 versus
Oh,
40.
he is in a drug-induced stupor. He probably won't wake up unless he's strenuously broken out of his reverie and unconsciousness.
If he's that level, I think I may try to move his jacket a bit and see if I can get a better look at the tattoo.
Okay.
Very carefully.
Okay. Super stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna get you make a roll or do anything else. I'm happy enough that you can be cautious. I'm going to describe it to you. Later, I might throw up an image, but for now, the description will be enough. Is a large, ragged spiral shape radiating out from the center of Larkin's sternum. The spiral ends above his diaphragm, so it spirals inward. Okay? Where at the center it's connected to a stylized, misshapen humanoid figure with large, outstretched hands that appear to end in claws. And incorporated into the design is like a flower-like motif. It is quite disturbing. It is not a pleasant looking tattoo.
I try to release the jacket gently and back away.
Okay.
Can I talk to her or?
So at this point, Valentine, you kind of poke your head around the door and you see Florence poking at or doing something to something behind the bed. You can't see past the bed to what she's poking at right now.
Oh my God. Florence, what are you doing?
So I turn around and I make a gesture to be quiet, but I think he's fairly unconscious. It seems to be some form of drug-induced coma, drug-induced
drugs,
slumber.
I told you.
He's the drugs. It appears like he's on heroin. So it may be that he had nothing to do with the vampire chap. That it was heroin all along. But maybe we should have a look around quickly, not taking too long. But
Are you sure he's unconscious? Like, what if he wakes up?
I'm rather good at first aid. I was a nurse in the war, so I'm rather good at first aid. I think I think he's fine. I think he's under.
Okay.
I
we
think
do
we should
this
have
quickly then.
quickly, not taking our time. Let's not push our luck. But I think maybe we could look around. It's such a mess in here. There might be something interesting.
Do you see any papers, any notebooks, anything like that?
So definitely give me a spot hidden.
Can't find it.
Extreme success, 3 versus 55.
Okay, great.
Regular success.
Don't forget to be ticking each of these skills.
I'm doing it. I'm not doing it
Good
immediately,
stuff, good
but I'm going back and putting them all in and saying, and this one, and this one, and this one.
Good stuff. So both of you have a good route around. Florence, you find nothing at all of any interest in the room besides what we've discussed already. except a key in the adjoining door to another room.
So I'm going to point this out to Valentine and say, do we want to go through?
Could be Mendoza's room. I don't know.
And Mihal runs. He's starting to get a bit puffed. And
It
this
seems to be my job. I mean,
officer is chasing you down the street.
come on, officer,
he's-
come on.
Hey,
I mean,
when you do that, he shouts after you. Wait, ¿por qué? What are we doing?
No habla español. Come on. The whole
Stop,
keep a low
stop.
profile thing has just come
Police,
to my mind.
Stop!
Okay. I don't think I'm going to get away from this guy, am I?
But he's actually starting to lag behind. Is
he?
His fitness seems to be failing him. Give me a con check, please.
Sorry, my musical has disappeared. Okay, Con, where are you? Here you go. Did it do it? No, it didn't. Try again. It ain't working. Whoop! Sorry, there we go. 2 failures. You can take your pick.
So we'll assume that wasn't a push check, and
It
we'll say
wasn't.
that
It was just lag.
the 95 versus 50. So here's an interesting wrinkle for Call of Cthulhu. If your skill is below 50 and you get above 95, it's a fumble. If it's above 50, you only fumble on a 100. But you are right on the borderline. You are at 50 and you rolled 95. So there is no fumble. It is just a failure. He also failed. He didn't fumble or get any bad result. So you are both starting to flag and seem to be
Okay, fuck
getting
it.
a bit winded.
I guess we're just going to have to... Like realistically, do you think... How long will it take him to get back to the hotel? Have I bought them enough time?
Oh yeah. He's
okay,
not
we're
going
gonna
to be
stop.
running back. He'll be staggering back slowly, if at all.
Oh, what was... Yeah. What did she say her son's name was?
Give me an idea check.
Idea? How do I do an
So that's
idea check?
just roll your intelligence.
Intelligence. Boom.
Yeah, Fortunato.
Mihal, Fortunato. I remember him well. Okay.
So
I
you
guess I
start
kinda-
slowing. You start slowing.
Okay. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Uh,
Oh, it's you.
Did you see where he went?
Who? What?
Wait, the words "oh, it's you."
It's the same cop from earlier.
Oh yeah, okay. Wait, what did we ask that cop? We asked him for fucking directions to the hotel. didn't we?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A look of panic crosses your face. He's like, who
Oh,
are you
okay.
chasing? I thought you were a thief.
Did you catch her?
Don't run away from police. It's
No, I'm not-
dangerous
I'm-
in Lima. I am a nice guy, but my friends, he shoot you.
No, it was a thief.
Hey, what he steal?
It was a she. She stole my watch. I was showing it to my friends there at the table, and she just grabbed it and ran. You know, she looked.
He
She
looks
looked
down,
a bit like
he
you,
looks down
actually.
at your wrist and
Don't.
sees
I'm not
that
wearing.
you-
Don't tell me I'm wearing a
and
watch.
sees that you're not wearing. Give me a luck roll, actually. Give me a luck roll.
Mihal's luck is not good.
He's not very lucky. It's a good chance he has a cheapo watch actually on his wrist.
Come on, lucky day.
Or would he have a wristwatch, or would he have a
okay.
pocket watch maybe?
I don't know.
If he had a pocket watch, it'd be a really cheap old pocket watch hanging off his tweed waistcoat kind of thing, yeah.
Okay, well he's not lucky anyway. He's lost that one
By 3?
by 3.
It's all right. That's close enough. He's you. I'm gonna say you would have your watch on you, right? But your current state of finances preclude this luxury and extravagance. So you don't have a watch. It's not that you didn't put one on this morning. It's not that you remembered to take it off as you were running. It's just you don't own one. So fair
Okay,
enough.
so that luck check was to check if I was lucky enough to still have my watch. Or
No,
is that
it's
the line
check
we're
if you
going with?
just didn't have a watch on you. Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah. Are you lucky enough to have not lost your watch? Yeah, you do not have a watch.
Okay.
Okay, and
Well,
he looks down at your wrist. He's like, "Oh, this this
I
is
took it
a
off.
this
I
is a
took it
shame.
off to show my friends, but
You come
she
with
was
me.
fast.
The station, Policia, is not far from here. You come. We will take the description.
Okay.
First, he goes toward like a little calf, and it just bangs on the window. Agua. And a woman comes out with a little glass of water, and he just takes the glass of water and starts having a drink. Are you gonna stand there and wait with him and go with him, or?
I might as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do actually. I guess I got to take one for the team and go with him to make a report. You know.
Okay, good stuff.
Can I say to him, is his name? Is your name Fortunato?
Oh, sì, it's Fortunato. Yeah.
Ah, your mother was telling me about you. Well, that was a really stupid thing to do, wasn't it?
Oh, my mother. Oh yes, you were going to the hotel.
Yeah.
Did you get a room?
Didn't get to the hotel. That doesn't make any sense either. Oh, we all shouldn't talk.
We all start
We
panicking.
all shouldn't talk.
Mihal, give me a fast talk check, please.
I'm trying to be charming and I'm just putting my fucking foot in it. My fast talk is bad.
Is there any chance that Loveday and Ruby could have caught up in this time?
No, because they just ordered another round.
I didn't try.
Oh, sorry, any first take. Hang on. Fast talk coming up. How bad did we do? Very
69
bad.
versus 5.
Yeah, we didn't make it to the hotel. But your mother was outside the hotel, and we were having a drink in the cafe, and then it's just because you look like your mother.
Someone told me that there was screaming for help and that there were people causing her trouble. I'm suddenly very strange accent, but anyway. What? Were you bothering my mother? Is that what all this?
No. My watch got robbed, but also one of my companions annoyed your mother. That's all that happened. Yeah,
Why, that is
she tried to give her money, and your mother took it personally. And, she would, wouldn't she? Yeah, typical mammy.
he slaps you on the shoulder. He's like, that is a good one. Yes, yes. Petrino de Cuprinilla. No, you do not want to. No.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's-
Anyway, listen, Fortunato, it's been really nice meeting you.
God, will you just get out of my sight?
Okay. Well, that was sort of running for nothing.
He turns away and walks off, having a chuckle to himself about his
Really,
mother.
my big mouth, Mihal.
Meanwhile, back at the cafe, Loveday and Ruby, you guys are having a little chat, a bit of a heart-to-heart. Are we talking about anything important? Are we talking about our lives? Are we talking about the mission, the expedition? Or where the heck is everybody?
I think we should check in and see how Florence and Valentina are doing more than anything.
Well, I can't go back into that hotel.
We would get chased off.
Ruby, give me an idea check, please, because you're not a shifty type, but you've been around and you know ins and outs of some things like this. So give me an idea check. Nah, you can't think of any way anyone would get into a hotel without going through the front door.
That is so unbelievably sweet. I suppose we
What
could
do you do?
and go see where Mick's got off to. I don't know that we're going to be much help with the hotel.
Yeah.
Clink. The two glasses are put down on the table in front of you.
Or we
Or-
could just have another drink.
5 pesos, per favor.
Absolutely. I'm going to pay the man. Do you know what? Let's talk about it over this drink, I think. There's no point doing anything rash.
Yes. Yeah. We may as well take our time. Let's not rush into
Exactly.
anything. I'm sure he's fine. He's a
I
bright
have total
man.
faith in all of them. You know, they're all going to be absolutely fine.
Yes. They don't need us.
And you know,
Okay,
we
and
shot
back
the
in.
vampire yesterday, so we've done it. We're off the clock.
Also true. And they didn't believe us. They showed no faith
Ex-
in
ex-
our story. So
Exactly. So do you know what? Leave them to it. Let's see them fight off a vampire, and then we'll talk.
yeah. Let's see how
Cheers.
they do. Let's see how they
So
do.
you are
Blink.
recuperating from yesterday over a few drinks and commiserating with each other on the skepticism of your comrades. Okay. Meanwhile, inside the hotel, in the bedroom, we have Florence and Valentine staring at this adjoining door. What if it's Mendoza's door?
Well, I'm not sure who else's door it would be, that he's got a key to someone else's room. That seems the most likely.
We came in here to search for information, not to talk to the man who Loveday shot. Let's just find some information and go.
Well, why don't we both try to listen at the door and see if anyone's in there?
Pork, what? Like, what? Why would?
Because
What do you want to do if he isn't there? You're going to go
then
in?
maybe- Well, if it's empty, if there's no one in there, then maybe we can have a look. And maybe we could find
You
some
read too many
information.
novels. Huh?
I know, it's wonderful, isn't it?
This is real life,
Adventure.
okay? He might
This
have a
is
gun, he
wonderful
might have a knife.
adventure.
Like,
We
oh
might
my God,
discover
it's
something. And
priceless.
anyway, it's a very dangerous situation, and I'd
Very
quite like
dangerous
to know what's
conversation
going on.
outside the door.
They're having this conversation right outside the door. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go. Let's listen. And I'm going to listen to see if there's anyone on the other side of the door.
Okay, give me a listen check, please. I should make this in secret, but I'll let you do it for comedy value. Okay, deadly. Yes, you hear nothing in there. It is absolutely quiet. There can't be. There's obviously no one in there, or someone's asleep.
Well, I can't hear anyone in there. I'm fairly certain that either they're asleep or there's no one in there. So I say that we go have a look and see what's inside. Well,
just because he's asleep doesn't mean he's unconscious. Like
I
Larkin.
have a gun.
Didn't Loveday shoot him yesterday and you guys said, oh, he walked away?
Well, we'll have a closer shot.
Oh my God, you have a death wish.
Yes, probably. So I'm going to again very, very slowly turn the key and try to open this door.
Okay. Okay, so you open the door. Click. That door does creak a little bit. And inside, you see a very different kind of bedroom. It's they're pretty much exactly the same rooms, but this room is almost antiseptically neat. There's no personal effects, toiletries, no change of clothes, nothing on display. The bed is spotlessly, perfectly made, and there is nothing pretty much to see whatsoever in the room.
Well, I'm still going to have a scoot around, get as good a look as I
Okay.
can.
Cool. You want to give me a spot hidden? Same story. Do a little searchy search.
Success, 50 versus 55.
Okay. Valentine, are you going to help out, or are you just going to stand there and
We haven't
watch
as
her
well.
and keep a
to-
look at an outlook?
I shall help her look around. She has a death wish. I better stop her from dying.
Okay.
I have a hard success.
Hard success. Okay. So as Florence is opening cabinets and looking. You kind of look, okay. If he's got nothing and he has, and you start thinking kind of with your critical thinking mind. Yeah. Have a look under. So you just kind of look under drawers. Is there anything stuck to the bottom of a drawer? You're checking kind of on the back of the door. You check under the mattress. And under the mattress, you find a golden mirror in the shape of a mask.
Unusual.
Do I
But
see
that's
that?
pretty much about all you guys are finding in here. Yes, you kind of noticed probably that
I noticed that. Yeah.
Valentine picks up the mattress and pulls something out.
Can I have a closer look?
Weird, it's a mirror. It's a weird thing to keep in your mattress.
You're a PhD student. What do you know anything about this sort of thing? Is this anything you recognise?
Do either of you want to give me archaeology checks or appraise?
Oh, my
rolls?
archaeology's so young. It's so low.
No. Okay.
Oh no, maybe I won't.
So you're looking at this. It's kind of about 6 inches, 15 centimeters square. It seems to be made of gold. Valentine, it is heavy, solid, kind of significant heft to it, even though it's quite thin. It depicts a stylized face, largely made up of blocky geometrical shapes raised from the surface. It's solid with no eye holes, right? But it is definitely mask. And looking at the back of it, right, it's polished to a high sheen, so it's like a mirror.
It's a very unusual item. It's probably quite valuable, given the weight of the gold. So maybe it's
You've been having a good look at it as you're describing it or talking about it, or you?
Looking it over, see if we are missing anything.
Could you give me a power roll, please? Excellent stuff. And I think we will leave it there, and pick up next week. So just to wrap up, thank you very much, everybody. I love that. And thank you as well to everyone who watched this. Hope you're having as much of a blast as we all are, and you're ready to keep watching these bright young things on their wild adventures. Subscribe if you want to keep track of when an episode drops, and go ahead and drop us a like if you think we deserve it. Any and all interaction welcome, as I mentioned earlier. I'm looking forward to any pointers, reminders, questions in the comments. Just remember, no spoilers, please. And with that, we'll see you next week.